some great sources of protein that our bodies can use. Eggs, and I'm talking about the whole egg. And a pastured egg is the best egg. If you're not familiar with that term, a pastured egg is from a chicken that's been ranging free or roaming free on a farm or in somebody's backyard. So if you have connections with somebody who has a farm or chickens in their backyard, that would be an example of a pastured egg. If you're a meat eater, you want to invest in the highest quality meats you can get, so like grass-fed beef, wild salmon, and organic pastured chicken. And you can also add grass-fed gelatin to smoothies or drinks for extra protein, and that's also great for gut healing. And sprouted beans and sprouted nuts are also great sources of protein. Now notice I said sprouted. I don't know if you've ever heard of that term before, but this is a food group where some of the sources we usually go to are not bioavailable. That means that the nutrients are in the food. We know that from testing that we can do in labs, but for some reason the body doesn't absorb them and use them. Beans, nuts, and legumes are the most common example of this. These are the seeds of the plant, and the plant depends on them to survive and be able to pass through a body so they could replant themselves again after being eaten. So many people have trouble digesting beans, for example, for this exact reason. Now, when you sprout a bean or a nut, that bean or nut lowers its defenses because it thinks it's being planted, and the nutrients become bioavailable to us. So when eating a bean or a nut that has been sprouted, you actually get the nutrition from that food. And it's easy to find beans and nuts that have been sprouted, again, at a specialty grocery store or online, or you may even look into how to do it yourself because it's a really easy process. Now, while we're still on the topic of protein, I want to say that you want to avoid protein powders. Most of them are isolated, they don't have a complete protein profile, they might be synthetic, and if you just want something that you can add to maybe a smoothie to increase the protein, you could use gelatin powder.